good evening and welcome. My name is Brother George Kilpatrick of the Courageous Psi Phi chapter in the mighty second district of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm the host of Inspiration for the Nation radio program, heard weekly on Power 620 in Syracuse and the iHeartRadio app, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. To our district representative, our grand officers, and you, our honored guests, we welcome you to our annual Black History Month Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Reception, held usually on the first Thursday in February, but we come to you virtually for the very first time. Before we continue with the program, one bit of housekeeping. If you would please now turn off your camera and mute your screens and microphone to ensure that we can deliver the very highest quality program to you. I'll give you a minute to do that, and thank you for your cooperation. We will now hear from our dear brother, Danny Akins, who will lead us in prayer, which will be followed by a video of the Black National Anthem. Brother Akins?
Good evening, my brothers and my sisters. Would you bow your heads in prayer with me briefly? Our Father, which art in heaven, we give praise and thanks to you for your love and for your guidance. As your word reminds us, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. For it is with this unity, camaraderie, and respect that we gather this evening and ask that you, our Lord, be our honored guest. As we continue to support the principle of scholarship, we ask that you guide our every effort. Allow us to be men of valor, love, and assume the representative to a dying world as we seek to revitalize and restore that which is broken. We give thanks and ask a very special blessing to be bestowed upon all those supporters for our very efforts, both now, the past, and in the future. Let manhood scholarship and perseverance be our guide. Let our love be without dissimulation as we abhor that which is evil and cling to only that which is good in thy sight. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Yeah.
A very powerful video indeed. Of course, that would now include our dear Divine Nine sister of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. And so, indeed, God of our weary years. Once again, I'm Brother George Kilpatrick, and this event tonight is our major fundraiser in support of scholarship funds in support of the outstanding Black youth in our community pursuing scholarship and higher aspiration. We have a number of ways that you can support us this evening, and we thank you if you bought a ticket already, but we also have an auction for you to check out. So we ask you to please visit our silent auction. It's very, very easy to join. You can copy the link that you'll see shortly on your screen, but you can also get your smartphone out and we'll have a picture for you to check out in just a moment. So while we get that together, again, if you are on this call right now, we please ask you, everyone, to mute your screens. Okay, so you can copy that link there. Now, for those of you, take your phones out right now and take a picture of, well, okay, I wanted you to take a picture of that QR code. But those are some of the items that we have for bid. We've got a nice picture of David McDonald. We've got wine. We've got paraphernalia. We've got some beautiful paintings. We've got some really, really nice things for you to bid on. And that, again, that link we'll show to you again a little bit later on. It's auction. There it is. That's the link right there. Hold on that, please. And let's take your camera and you can take a picture of that QR code, and that will take you right to the auction site. So let me just give you a moment to do that. Or if you're old school, just copy that link right there, put that in your browser, take a picture of the whole thing, put that in your browser, and you will get to the auction site. Now, when you get to the site, you will be asked to register and enter your credit card payment information up front, and leave your browser open, which will allow you to bid without having to enter your registration information each time. Now, the auction will close at 9:30, and you will be notified if you are the high bidder, and your card will be charged, and the items will then either be shipped to you or some other payment arrangement. And since it is a silent auction, we will provide updates throughout the evening because we do have some very, very, very nice items available, including a high demand ceramic piece by David McDonald. Okay, so I'd like to tell you a little bit about our history, the event itself, and the history of this Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Reception. Well, the event is named in honor of our dear brother, Dennis Dowdell Sr., who was born in Auburn, Alabama in 1919. He received his bachelor's degree from Wilberforce University and master's in social work from Wayne State University. Brother Dowdell started his career as a social worker, civil rights leader, and community servant in 1945 with the Warren, Ohio Urban League. Dowdell came to Syracuse in 1964, where he became the first executive director of the Urban League of Onondaga County. He served the people of Central New York for many years, including hosting the television show News and Views Black Perspective on WSTM TV for over 20 years. Brother Dowdell spent years at Carrier Corporation and served on community boards and recruited talent from HBCUs to come and work and live in this community. One of his biggest joys was receiving his 50-year pin. The Brothers of Chi Pi chapter have presented the scholarship reception for 34 years in his name and memory. And one interesting note is that the scholarship was named for him 4 years before his transition to Omega chapter, the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Reception. We love our dear brother, our dearly departed brother. We're now, let me just see where we are here. Okay, so we will be hearing from some of our district and international representatives shortly, but in the meantime, we will move along and tell you a little bit about the history of Black History Month. Black History Month has a special significance for Omega. Black History Month was founded by Brother Dr. Carter G. Woodson, an American historian, author, journalist, and founder of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Brother Woodson is called the father of Black history, and in February 1926, he launched the celebration of Negro History Week, the precursor of Black History Month. And his seminal book, The Miseducation of the Negro, is required reading. We would also like to acknowledge a pivotal figure in history as well, Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was born Frederick Douglass Augustus Washington Bailey, an African-American social reformer, abolitionist, orator, writer, and statesman. After escaping slavery in Maryland, he became a national leader of the abolitionist movement in Massachusetts for his oratory and incisive writings. Accordingly, he was described by abolitionists in his time as a living counterexample to slaveholders' arguments that slaves lacked the intellectual property capacity to function as independent American citizens. Northerners at the time found it hard to believe that such a great orator had once been enslaved, but he would go on to publish the anti-slavery newspaper, the North Star, in Rochester, New York from 1847 to 1851. Douglass was a firm believer in the equity of all peoples, be they white, black, female, Native American, or Chinese immigrants. He was also a believer in dialogue and making alliances across racial and ideological divides, as well as the liberal values of the U.S. Constitution. When radical abolitionists under the motto, "No union with slaveholders," criticized Douglass' willingness to engage in dialogue with slaveholders, he replied, "I would unite with anybody to go right and with nobody to go do wrong." He was very active with the women's suffrage movement, and my favorite Douglass quote is, "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has, and it never will." Frederick Douglass. Okay, now, some of you may have a little trouble getting that UR code and getting into our auction site. So let's take a look at that again, right? Let's do that, okay? And let's get that up on the screen. In the meantime, once we get that rolling, we'll show you just how you could do it, all right? Just how you can do it. All right, there you go. So now take your phone. See, I got my phone right here. Hold it up to that camera line. Hold that. Yep, hold it up to the camera. Then, yeah, let's hold on to that. Just hold on that, brothers. Don't go nowhere. Take a picture of that. Let's let people get a chance to take a picture of that. Just hold it. Hold it right there. Hold it. Hold it. Take that picture, because look, we need y'all to go to that auction site. So we're gonna pause right here for a minute. We need y'all to get this right. So take the phone, take a picture of that, and it should take you right to the auction site. Give me a thumbs up. I can't see you, but let me know you got that, all right? Hold on. Listen, hold on. And you can also just copy the, write down that and put it in your browser, leave it open, all right? So one more minute. We'll make sure y'all get to that auction site. And either you can take the picture of the QR code or the bit.ly 36PMUX4, and you have to enter it just like that, and we'll get it, all right? Again, we have some great items for you to bid. I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. Okay, at this time, we got a little entertainment for y'all. And now a selection from the Brown Skin Band, led by our very own brother Nate Brown.
Stay right there, y'all. I kind of like this one. Don't get too loud. Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume and the makeup on your shirt. You don't believe in stories. You know the devil lies. As bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. Baby, you never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. The top of all my everything. Smell a diamond, handful of rings. I just wanna show you why you should 'cause you're better than shoes. From your head to your toes, all I can do, baby, you know. Baby, you don't worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, doing it right. You're the type of woman, certain things, just for the time, handle my feelings. You're gonna smile. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me know what the world to give you want and need. Woo, baby. Selection, take me a selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me. You deserve better, girl. You deserve better. Should be together, girl. Baby, with me and you is forever, girl. Hey, can we make this thing ours? You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you want and need. Every little thing that you need. Make me a selection. Show you what love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything. Every little thing. Ooh, baby. Make me a selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Love you. Love you. Hey, hey. Let me love you. Love you. Love you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Nate Brown and the Brown Skin Band. Truly a treasure here in the Syracuse area. But those brothers travel. So if you like what you heard, they would like you to give them a shout out so that you can bring them to your next event. Again, thank you, Brother Nate Brown, a great band, and we really love what they do. Appreciate y'all. All right, we now bring you greetings from some of our officers. We first hear from our second district representative, Brother Kelvin Mpofo.
Greetings, brothers, family, guests, and friends of Psi Phi Chapter, and welcome to the annual Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Program. These times of COVID-19 allow us to gather virtually to ensure that we recognize our worthy recipients. We certainly want to acknowledge our 28th district representative who's a part of Psi Phi Chapter, Brother Ben Jeffers. Psi Phi Chapter has been in existence January 31st, 1976, and has certainly done a phenomenal job uplifting the Syracuse community. Brothers, as we know, the second district is comprised of the states of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland. You are to be commended for leading and hosting 4 different district conferences. Brothers, you're also to be commended on your scholarship by assisting high school students every year. Additionally, mentorship. We are so thankful for your mentorship, not only to Kappa Chapter, but also to the men at Delaware Elementary School. Additionally, Nottingham High School. Last and certainly not least, brothers of Psi Phi Chapter, congratulations on your most recent 2020 NAACP Oprah Winfrey Philanthropic Award. I ask that you continue to exhibit our 4 cardinal principles: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. Long live the mighty second district. Long live Psi Phi Chapter. This is Brother Kelvin Mpofo, district representative.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Ampofo, and thank you for your outstanding work. Next up is our International Vice President, first Vice Grand Bossless, Brother Ricky L. Lewis. Brother Lewis, turn your camera on and unmute yourself and bring the brothers greetings.
Brother Kirk, can you hear me?
We can hear you fine, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. Brother Ricky Lewis, 1 New View, 1981, in warm Los Angeles, California. I know it's cold back in you guys' neck of the woods, but let me just first say congratulations to Chi Pi for 45 years. Congratulations for the scholarship banquet to help young folks in need for college. I would be remiss if I didn't say hello to my Dean of Pledge, Brother Archie Gilchrist, Kappa Chapter 1972. I would not be here as an Omega man from 40 years without me having an opportunity as a young 18-year-old, meeting Brother Archie Gilchrist back at the University of the Pacific. I'm even more excited to stand next to the Grand Bosslers next July 2022 at the Charlotte Grand Conclave and give Brother Archie Gilchrist his 50-year pen. So brothers, thank you. Continue the good work that you're doing. We applaud you for all the work you're doing in the community. Certainly want to pay our respects to Brother D.R. Ampofo. I know our Grand Bosses on Dr. David Marion. I want to pay my respects to him as well. Brothers, I yield my time. Congratulations again.
Brother Lewis, we just thank you so much for your work and dedication on behalf of Omega. And yes, Brother Gilchrist, one of the charter members of Chi Pi chapter. So we do appreciate you and love that story. Didn't know that story. So that's some good stuff right there. It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome the International President of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, our Grand Bossless, Brother Dr. David Marion. Brother Grand.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. This is such a wonderful occasion to be on. Ben Jeffers had asked that I do a video and kind of produce it kind of like DR and Pofo did. And I decided to come and join this celebration live. And so I wanted to be here and really feel this experience and congratulate you for 45 years of service in the Syracuse community. You heard DR and Pofo talk about all the service that you've done, all the mentoring that you've done in that particular area, all the community action and social action events and community events that you put on in that area. And you've been consistent. The Syracuse community has learned to rely on the presence of Chi Pi chapter for 45 years. You've been impactful, not only in that area, not only in your district, as your home to Brother Ben Jeffers, the 28th 2nd District Representative, but you've impacted us nationally and internationally in this fraternity. So you are to be celebrated. You also have the distinction of supervising Kappa chapter at Syracuse University. And that's such an important work. And because of your supervision and because of your mentoring, it's my understanding that they have won the 2nd District Undergraduate Chapter of the Year twice in recent history. And so that is extremely impactful. I have a very closeness to Syracuse University. My mother-in-law, who is 90 years old and who has been an AKA for 69 years, got her master's degree at Syracuse University. It was one of the only schools at the time that offered a master's degree in library science. And another tidbit about that is that while she was attending Syracuse University, she actually was carrying my wife in her belly. She was pregnant with my wife, came back to Mississippi, had the child, had my wife, and went back to Syracuse and finished her degree. So very powerful people have come from and been carried on the campus of Syracuse University. My wife has swore me not to tell you what year that was because that would reveal how old she is. And so to avoid any kind of misunderstanding after the call is over, I won't tell you. But again, thank you for the opportunity to be on here with you. Continue to do the things that you do. This fraternity is talking about going next level. We can't go next level without Chi Pi chapter. Thank you so much.
Brother Graham, we thank you, and we thank you for your leadership on behalf of Omega and taking Omega to new heights. We really do appreciate you. Brother Graham, that's our Brother Dr. David Marion, the Grand Basileus of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Well, throughout the past 34 years, we have informed you about supporting the youth in our community. Well, now let's hear from some of the current and previous scholarship recipients and what your support has meant to them.
Hi, so my name is Cal Corridors. I graduated from Syracuse University in 2015. I work for Center State CEO. I'm the manager of neighborhood economic development. And in short, my role is focused on real estate and business development and creating strategies for Black and Brown entrepreneurs to succeed in those two particular areas.
What high school did you go to?
Went to Corcoran and graduated in 2011. Coming up on 10 years.
Wow, class of 2011. We're talking to the scholarship recipients of the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Fund. Here to talk now is George Kilpatrick III. George, tell us about what you're doing now, where you went to school, where you went to high school.
All right, so I went to Howard University, where I studied jazz, got a bachelor's of music in jazz studies with a minor in voice. I went to high school at Janesville DeWitt High School, and currently I work in education and music.
All right, Sam Johnson III is next man up. Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Sam Johnson. I'm from Syracuse, New York. I graduated from Corcoran High School in the spring of 2009. So that's when I won the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship. I am a residence hall director at SUNY Canton. Graduated from SUNY Canton with my bachelor's in business management in 2013. And in 2020 May, this past May, I got my master's in educational leadership from St. Lawrence University.
We're joined now by Solomon Lawrence, one of the recipients of the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship. Solomon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, hello. Yeah, thank you. I'm Solomon. I'm a senior at Cornell University. I study Africana Studies and Government with a plan on going to grad school after this. And to grad school, I'm hoping to continue studying politics, hopefully public policy, and continue my athletic career because I lost a few years because of the COVID and athletic eligibility. That being said, I'm also a student athlete. I run track and field for the university. I'm an 800 runner. I really enjoy the mid-distance events, and I'm glad to be here with you guys.
And one of the, Solomon, it was something really good that you did as a high school student. What happened to you as a high school student in the Syracuse City School District?
I was a valedictorian. I went to Institute of Tech at Syracuse Central, Central Tech for like the older folks, and I was valedictorian class of 2017. It was a great honor being a valedictorian, and it was fun being able to challenge myself to, I earned, this is kind of a fun fact, but I earned 90 or above on all my New York State regions.
All right, now joined by Miles Cherubin, one of the recipients of the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship. Miles, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Miles Cherubin. I'm currently a junior at Cornell University studying electrical and computer engineering, and I was a graduate of Nottingham High School in 2018.
And what about graduating from Nottingham High School? What else should we know about that graduation?
You should also know that I happen to be my school's first African-American male valedictorian in Nottingham's history.
Yeah, just a little something that we should know, right? And just a little something. Yeah, thank you for that. How did the scholarship help you?
Yeah, so the scholarship, college is incredibly expensive, and the scholarship really positioned me to buy books in order to study. So it was, incredibly powerful, and it came in at a great time and very impactful for me because it just, again, it positioned me to be able to succeed and be that much more successful throughout my college career.
So how did it help you? How did the scholarship actually help you?
The scholarship helped me. It helped financially, mainly because there's added fees when you get into college. So there's like a sticker price that they tell you. There's also things like...
Don't I know, right?
There's smaller things like you go on the weekend to eat out and you don't really plan for that. No one really tells you that. And that comes with fees and things like books and finding spaces on campus, laptops. It helped, I think, specifically for this scholarship, I bought myself a laptop because I didn't have one in high school. And that was probably one of the best purchases that has lasted me all 4 years. So like in a financial situation, it really helped alleviate some burdens of thinking outside of what was just like my Bush Star bill, but actually like what was the things I had to account for that I necessarily didn't think about before coming into college.
How was it important for you to have a mentor, a member of Omega Psi Phi in your life?
Oh man, I could definitely say that Elton definitely helped me through my entirety of my junior and senior year. So he had a club called Mentors of Manhood, which I was a part of, and I happened to be the president of my senior year. So my junior year, I was like really interested because he was like, hey, you know, we're giving out free pizza. I was like, oh, free pizza, why not? So I went to the meeting. I really loved what they were talking about. I became the secretary the first day, and then kind of just worked my way up from there. And, you know, just basically he taught me so much about being a man and like, you know, how not to have excuses and how to, like, you know, go for things that I want and how to always strive to do better. And he knew I wasn't always the smartest, you know, student. And I didn't always get the best grades, but he reassured me that it didn't matter, that at the end of the day, as long as I was able to push forward and do what I had to do, that I'm able to do whatever I want to do in life. So that always stuck with me. And you know, even in college, I kind of struggled a little bit, but I was still able to graduate on time. And just hearing, you know, Hicks in my ear saying, you know, push, you know, because you can, as long as you're willing to finish, you will finish.
So as a valedictorian, you obviously had some pretty decent study habits. What would your advice be to other young Black men, since you are doing this on Cornell's campus? Give us some of the advice that you're giving the students that you see at Cornell to other people who may strive to be part of the Ivy League, such as you are.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Definitely one thing I would say is don't be afraid to ask for help. I know sometimes there's a narrative, you have to do it on your own, put in all the long hours, work yourself down to the bone, but people are there to help you and you can't get through it by yourself. I mean, you can certainly try and you can wear yourself out doing that, but if you just ask for a little help, I'm sure it'll be a lot less difficult to get where you're trying to go.
How important was it for you to see African-American men in those leadership positions, and how did that impact you?
Well, attending schools like Janesville, DeWitt, I actually didn't see a lot of African-American men in positions of leadership, aside from our principal there, Mr. Dowdell. So what Omega Psi Phi gave me consistently early on was examples of Black leadership at a high level and Black men who took their roles as providers, as exemplars of manhood, as exemplars of scholarship and uplift seriously. And that to me was more special than anything. And that's something I kind of relied on in my time in school, but also one of the things that made me appreciate the work that organization does on a daily basis.
All right, one of the obvious questions that people have, they see you now wearing the purple and gold. How much of your relationship and watching Omega was influenced by you deciding to apply for membership to the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated?
I'll say it had a major factor because it started with their commitment to being bridge builders of my life, a commitment to being, you know, beacons of hope, light, and understanding of my life. When they did that, to me, it was an honor to have the opportunity to try to, you know, live up to the legacy of those who give back to me. And I'm still very new to this and still very much in a learning process. So I'm looking forward to, you know, trying to give back the way in which you all are giving back consistently over the years.
And did you have any examples in your household?
I'm grateful for that one especially.
George Kilpatrick III, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Son. Yes. That was number one son legacy, spring 20 of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Shout out to the LA crew, because that's where he is right now. All right, let's go back and check out the auction. I know that we we've got some items for you to check out. So let's bring up the auction so we can check in on some of those great items that we have for you to bid. Okay, so hold it right there. There is your QR code, and we have you hold your phone up to that QR code and take a picture of it, and it will take you right to that website. And or you can copy those, you can copy the bit.ly that's right there in front of you, bit.ly 36PMUX4. Hold on for that. And you can see some of the great items that we have for you to check out. All right, so you can roll that now so we can kind of see what you got in there. And just once again, we've got some paintings. We've got a ceramic piece by Dr. David McDonald. We've got some really nice items for you to check out for bid. And so if you hit that QR code, you can see what they, and there we are. So yeah, roll that for brother. Yes, there's a nice signed poster of Rosa Parks. It's not authenticated, but it is signed. You can see the pieces by Dr. David McDonald. You've got some art pieces there. You've got some, for the brothers, we've got some nice Omega stuff there. And for those of you who like to imbibe, we even got some wine. You have a professional teeth whitening kit. That, look, we all need that, right? And we want that perfect smile. So you can check that out as well. And that is donated, of course, by Jamesville Dental Services. And it's also an X-ray gift certificate. So we're bidding now on all of that, and it's free cleaning and X-ray courtesy of Dr. Fred Gilbo of the Jamesville Dentistry. Now we have the Rosa Parks on the bus poster. This is a poster of Rosa Parks depicted on a bus. It's an unauthenticated signature, and it's the size of this is 22 by 28. This is called Endless Brotherly Love. It's a painting donated to us by Michael Gilbo, a primarily self-taught artist. His preferred medium is oil on canvas, and this is size 24 by 36. This would make a great piece for you. And we have an Omega Psi Phi beer glass set. They are 20-ounce beer glasses. They are engraved with the Omega Psi Phi fraternity and the fraternity Escutcheon. And guess what? They're perfect glasses for the big game tomorrow. And I want this. Who's at home? Bid on this. The Omega Psi Phi tumbler set. There are 2 travel mugs, good for hot or cold beverages. And they have the Omega Psi Phi fraternity and fraternity Escutcheon inscribed in them. And then we have cocktail glasses. Take your shot, brothers. 2 cocktail glasses engraved with the Omega Psi Phi fraternity and the fraternity Escutcheon. They are 10-ounce glasses, perfect for sharing any time, bid high and bid office. We also have the carved stone wall set by internationally known ceramist Dr. David McDonald, comprised of covered casserole type vessel with a matching dish. It measures 7.57 inches tall by 11 inches. This is called Queen. This is donated by Sabrina. She's a 21-year-old self-taught fine artist residing in the city of Orlando, Florida. And she said she's been creating work for a very young age since she's about 11. This is called Soul Ties, another piece donated by Sabrina. Again, a really beautiful piece. She said that she's done many commissions working on denim jackets, Greek paddles, and even graduation caps. And this is also another piece donated by Sabrina. Where the Delta's at, I see that, you see that red that's got your name on it. She says she tends to work with mainly acrylics, colored pencils, and watercolors. And this is called Young King, another piece by Sabrina. And she says her goal for the future is not to be a big, successful artist. In fact, her next step is to go to grad school and become a physician assistant. But in terms of art, she would ultimately like to own her own studio. And this is a Black Lives Matter bracelet set, red, black, and green with the fist pumps, 2 handcrafted Black Lives Matter bracelets with the red agate, green agate, and black onyx gemstones. And Sarah, this is donated by Sarah. Sarah is an employment specialist working with at-risk youth in the Syracuse City School District, high school seniors at the Hillside Work Scholarship Connection, and she teaches lessons, they're helping them turn their passions into profits. And that's a royalty bracelet set. This is a painting by Matt Davis, a longtime artist from Syracuse, and this is from the Mateo Creations collection, a very, very beautiful piece. I can't really see the dimensions of it, but you can see it's beautiful. As this is also a painting by Matthew Davis, again, bold colors in a gold frame, would make a very nice addition. And I love the contrast in the background with the yellows and the contrast in the green. Now, this is the GoFundMe link. If you don't want to participate necessarily in the auction, but you just want to throw us a little coin, I know that's colloquial. If you would like to make a donation to our scholarship fund, our fundraising goal is $5,000, and we're hoping that we reach that by the end of the night. And your support will help us to do that. So thank you again. Just like we asked you to take the picture of the QR code with your phone, the same thing happens here, and it will take you right to our fundraising GoFundMe page. Again, all of the proceeds from tonight's event go to support the young people of Syracuse in pursuit of higher education. And you've been so supportive to Omega Psi Phi over the years, and we really, really, really do appreciate you for that. Again, take that phone out, take that picture, and we are pretty much going to have a great night. And anyway, and no amount is too small. And no amount is too big. But your support really helps us to make a difference. Thank you for that. All right. And now the fun part of the program, where we get to recognize people in our community, a citizen and an organization that has made significant contributions to the welfare of the Syracuse community. So let's begin with our Citizen of the Year. Our Citizen of the Year is Miss Eva Williams. An educator for over 34 years, she has served as the principal of the Van Dyne Elementary School for the past 7 years. She's committed to the social, emotional, physical, and academic well-being of her students. We recognize Miss Eva Williams for her dedication to the children of Central New York.
Good evening, gentlemen of the Psi Phi chapter of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. It is with a full and grateful heart that I send you this video thank you for this amazing award. It is the Omega Psi Phi fraternity Psi Phi chapter Citizen of the Year award presented to me, Eva Williams, for leadership, service, dedication to uplifting student education. I am greatly honored. You see, I have always lived by these words that come from the Bible. Who knows but that you have come to this place for such a time as this? We are all called in our lifetime to achieve a purpose that is bigger than us. It is our responsibility to live and to love so that others see our light and follow our example. That has been my life's purpose, to shine a light so brightly that others can do nothing but have hope, have guidance, have discernment, to develop wisdom so that they are empowered to change their lives. It is with a full and thankful heart that I thank you all for seeing that light in me. Many years ago when I arrived in Syracuse, I had not even moved here. I was actually on a bus traveling to Montreal. And as I passed over 81, I looked to my right and I saw Upstate, the hospital. And as I was passing through, it was as if the Lord spoke to me and said, this is going to be your city, and these are going to be your people. But as a college freshman at the time, I thought, what was that? Can't be. And time went on, I am so thankful for this award. I'm not one to look for awards or honors. I've always seen myself as the behind-the-scenes worker. But I am so thankful that the words the Lord placed in my heart oh so many years ago have come to fruition. Indeed, the people of Syracuse, the children of the Syracuse City School District, my champs, their families, and the staff at Van Dyne, it has been my honor to serve all of you. And I am so thankful that the men of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity have seen my light. They have embraced that light, and they join me year after year in supporting those whom I work with and for. So I thank you tonight for your goodness to me that allows me to fulfill my purpose. I thank you for this beautiful award that reflects all of what my hopes and dreams have always been. I wish you all a very fun evening. I ask that you look within all of your hearts, see your light and purpose, and shine it. Because together, all of us will drive out the darkness, the hate, the disbelief, and we will shine our light so that our children, our families, and our community can fulfill its purpose and its place in greatness. I thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I say I love you to the gentlemen of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, Chi Pi chapter. Good night.
And you know, we love you too, Miss Eva Williams. And as you can see, we chose wisely because she truly is alike. Congratulations to our Citizen of the Year, Miss Eva Williams, principal at the Van Dyne Elementary School. And if you know Eva, you know that she's all about those young people. So good stuff there. Our Organization of the Year now is next. And we're pleased to honor the Syracuse Onondaga County chapter of the NAACP. The NAACP, created in New York City, spread nationwide as communities such as Syracuse and Auburn started chapters to fight discrimination in housing, employment, education, and social injustices. That work continues under the leadership of President Colette Matthews Carter. The local chapter was founded here in 1909. Support for the NAACP, by the way, is an internationally mandated program of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
Hello, my name is Bishop Colette Matthews Carter, and I serve as president of the Syracuse Onondaga NAACP. And on behalf of our local branch, our officers, our executive committee, all of our volunteers and members, I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to the distinguished brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Chi Pi Chapter, for giving the NAACP Organization of the Year Award. We are so grateful, honored, and humbled to receive this commendation from your fraternity. The NAACP's mission has always been clear, and it is to continuously secure the economic, educational, social, and political equality for people of color. Our local branch continues to forge ahead to secure this mission. We are open and seeking volunteers and those who care about social justice to join us in this mission and in this work. To find out more information about the NAACP, you can log on to SyracuseNAACP.com. Again, thank you so much to the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi for this wonderful award.
Thank you, Bishop Colette Matthews Carter. And we at Omega also would like to recognize the dedication and work of Linda and Van Robinson for their many years of service to the NAACP. And one more note I'd like to say, Brother Terry Woodfork is on the Economic Development Committee of the local NAACP, and he's looking for your help and support as well. Now we welcome Brother Herb Dunmore for two presentations. First, the Omega Man of the Year and a special recognition award. Brother Dunmore.
Yes, good evening. I'm Herb Dunmore, a member of Psi Phi chapter and proud presenter of this Omega Man of the Year Award. The Omega Man of the Year Award is a special to all Omega men. We look forward to being publicly awarded and appreciated by our chapter brothers for the work we put in to make our fraternity strong. We give this award to a chapter brother who consistently demonstrates throughout the year our cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. Tonight's awardee is the epitome of perseverance. In every task assigned, he performs beyond expectations, surpassing all set goals. Our cardinal principle of manhood is expressed through a man's character and the integrity he presents during his life journey. This brother's integrity is unquestionable, he is reliable, and his word is his bond. Scholarship and uplift are forever on his mind. He has been an advisor to our graduate chapter, advisor to the undergraduates of Delta Mu chapter, Cornell University, and advisor to the undergraduates of the Kappa chapter, Syracuse University. He has tenaciously led and encouraged Kappa chapter members to work smart, so well that Kappa chapter has been awarded a number of times undergraduate chapter of the year. He encourages each member of that chapter to apply for fraternity scholarships and to not leave any money on the table. As Psi Phi's member selection program coordinator, he is responsible for assuring the quality of prospective members, as well as the quality of their training before they enter the fraternity. Our recipient has and is the leader of ticket sales for this event and has done so consistently for past several years. This brother is Benjamin Jeffers, friend to all, and Omega Man of the Year, Psi Phi chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, this day, February 6, 2021.
Oh boy, I knew something was up when they got me over here. But once again, I can say thank you to all my brothers of Psi Phi chapter, being one of the founders, charter members of the chapter back in 1976. It's been a great journey. It's been great to deal with the undergrads, and just glad to be here and serve. So once again, thank you very much.
Brother Jeffers, Omega Man of the Year, 2021, Psi Phi chapter.
Hold it up, Ben, so we can see it.
Give it a background.
Thank you, thank you.
At this time, I also have the pleasure. Go on, bro.
The 2019 Emmy Award winner is none other than Brother Benjamin Jeffers. Ben Jeffers is the epitome of a friend who dares to be different. Ben forever left his mark in history as the 28th 2nd District Representative of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, where he spearheaded the initiative that ultimately established the Naval Academy Q Graduate Chapter, also known as Iota Mu. Ben's contributed verse here was grounded in his belief that linking the fraternity's ideals with the Naval Academy's already sound character development program would only strengthen minority officer candidates for the rigors they would face in their careers as Navy and Marine Corps officers. Ben showed great empathy for the plight and journey of Naval Academy graduates, and for this ingenuity, we honor him. Ben's story is greater than this one act. His story is a story in true friendship. For 48 years, Ben Jeffers has answered the call as a friend's friend who unselfishly and tirelessly supports everyone. Ben joined the fraternity on May 8, 1971, being initiated in Kappa chapter, Syracuse University. He served the fraternity at the chapter, corridor, district, and national levels, obtaining such honors as Bossless Kappa chapter, graduate advisor, Kappa chapter, founder, Psi Pi chapter, corridor 6 representative, first vice District Representative, 2nd District Representative, and Special Assistant to the Grand Bosses, and a host of other titles and awards, too numerous to name. According to Darren Fullwood, founding member of Iota Mu Mu and District Keeper of Finance during the Ben Jeffers administration, in my lifetime, I have never seen Ben Jeffers. Based on the great works and acts of friendship Ben Jeffers has performed, and for his foresight in helping to establish the Iota Mu Mu chapter, this award will forever be renamed the Ben Jeffers Emmy Award, given annually to a person who selflessly advances the community by thinking outside the box and displaying true friendship in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming this year's Emmy Award winner, Brother Benjamin Jeffers.
Good evening again. As you can see, we have an illustrious member of our fraternity here with me today. It was decided that we're gonna try to surprise him. But if you know Ben, we can't surprise him anything. So I had to conjure him to get him over here and tell him one thing, but this one he wasn't aware of. Our special Lifetime Achievement Award to Brother Benjamin Jeffers. 2021 marks Ben Jeffers' 50th year as a member of our illustrious organization, the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Over his 50 years, Ben has received more than 15 awards for his service and leadership. As previously mentioned, in November 19th, Ben received a Service and Friendship Award that is now and forever named the Ben Jeffers Award. As co-founder of the Syracuse Psi Phi chapter, graduate chapter in 1976, he has bore the trials and tribulations of chapter growth to see several groups of men achieve the coveted name of Omega Man added to their life titles. As district marshal of the 1987 conference, he oversaw the success of the conference to finally make a profit, a feat not seen in several years. Ben has served in many capacities during his years as quarter rep and as our 28th 2nd District Representative, leading our five state district. During his tenure as district representative, he became a formidable voice for leadership and perseverance. Ben has also served as an assistant to our past Grand Bosses, Brother Dr. Andrew Ray. Ben's position was to run interference for the Grand Bosses in the matters of time, speaking engagements, and as a confidant. If you know Ben, then you know this position. This is the position he was well suited for. He now sits in fraternity councils to assist in determining the next phase of evolution of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Ben Jeffers has served, and now we honor his service with this special 50-year Lifetime Award this day, February 6, 2021. At this time, I'd like to present Ben with his 50th year service award from the Psi Phi chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Ben, you gotta hold it.
There we go. I knew they was up to something, but I couldn't tell what it was. But
bring it over a little further.
But it's great to be recognized by your own. You know, you do what you do, and people who know me know, you know, I've been on Omega all my adult life. Like I said, I crossed May 7th, 1971 at 18 years old. And I've served Omega in all capacities that I could, and still do. Like I said, they got me up there at Syracuse University as a grad advisor, and we do what we do. But once again, my brothers, I thank you for all you do for me, and I'll continue to do for you. Thanks again.
Brother Chemo, we have one other thing I have to mention. Ben doesn't know about this. This is from all of your brothers.
Hold it up high. There you go, right there. Hold steady right there. Yes, there you go.
All right. This is coming from the Alpha Omega organization and bought by all of our members of Chi Pi chapter.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I guess I did all right tonight. Thank you, my brother.
You did good. Thank you, brother, and congratulations on behalf of the Chi Pi chapter, brother Ben Jeffers, best man at my wedding. So yeah, we've been close for 28 years, and we love you, brother, for all that you do for our fraternity. And thank you, brother Dunmore, for what you've done as well. All right, time to check back in with the auction, which will close at some point tonight, but we still have many items up for bid. We've got, this is the last call pretty much. Okay, hold on right there before you go to that video, because we want to, if you have not gotten into and the auction actually is doing very well right now, by the way. And let's now go to hold your phone to that QR code, because that'll take you right to the items that you can bid on right now. Hold your phone. And again, we appreciate the support. It's doing very well beyond our wildest dreams. And so we thank you for that. All right, let's run that so we can again give you a look-see as to what is going on in auction. Again, we've got several paintings for you to check out. We've got some wine glasses, ceramic dishes there for you. Dr. David McDonald put the dishes together for us. And they're not dishes necessarily. And if you are not interested, if you prefer to just give us a donation directly, again, hold your phone to the computer right now, take a picture of that, and it'll take you right to our GoFundMe page. Again, our fundraising goal is $5,000. It is $5,000, so we're not shy about that. That is what we're trying to do in support of the young people who you saw this morning, or earlier today. We've been working on this all day, but the young people, you heard their stories and you heard their testimonies and you heard how important your support is to them. So again, thank you. However you choose to support us, we really, really do appreciate it. All right. Well, now we welcome the 2021 chair of the Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Reception, brother Dr. Fred Gilbo, who, by the way, was just honored by Syracuse University as one of the 2021 Martin Luther King Jr. Unsung Heroes for his service and philanthropy to the community. Brother Dr. Gilbo.
Thank you, Brother Kilpatrick. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you all for participating in our event tonight. As many of you know, we have put on this Dennis Dowdell Scholarship Reception for many years, 34 years to be exact. And we've really appreciated the support that we get from the community. We certainly couldn't do this without you. As you all know, that this year is different, and we had to figure out how to do something a little different. And we came up with this virtual scholarship reception. It took a little doing, and we had lots of help. And so I want to acknowledge all those that gave us a hand this year. First, we want to acknowledge our sponsors. Wegmans has been a major sponsor for this event for several years. We want to thank Miss Evelyn Ingram for her help in securing that relationship. We also want to thank the folks at Jamesville Dental. I know somebody there who's sympathetic to our cause and always tries to support. So thank the folks at Jamesville Dental. Really thought that this would be an opportunity to do something different this year. And even though the pandemic posed some challenges for us, it also gave us some opportunities. And the opportunity to have our Grand Bosselist, Dr. David Marion, and our first Vice Grand Bosselist, Ricky Lewis, join us live is a real treat. And so we certainly want to thank those brothers for being here with us tonight. And the video that our second district representative, Kelvin Ampofo, did for us, a great video. And I'm not sure if Brother Ampofo is on the call right now, but thank you so much for your support of all that we do at Chi Pi. The patrons tonight, David McDonald, of course, Matthew Davis, Michael Gilbo. Michael Gilbo's my cousin, lives in California and donated that beautiful print. Sarah Hamertuck, Dover Enterprises, Lori Cooper, Sabrina DeSalins, Leslyn McBean Claiborne, and Gary Decker at Vinomania has been a good friend to us for many years. Thank you to our good brother, Nate Brown and Brownskin Band for the great entertainment. Our brother, Darren Doc Thomas, thank you, sir, for the great music that we heard before our event, and we're looking forward to hearing more of that music after. I want to also thank some of my brothers from my home chapter, Phi Gamma in Texas. I reached out to them to let them know of our event, and we've gotten some support from Texas, financial support from the 9th District, those brothers there. So thank you guys very much. They always have my back. And then all of the brothers in the chapter that worked really hard to put this together. I especially want to recognize Larry Bonner and Jerome Bonner, who did most of the tech stuff for us at a very difficult time personally for them. They suffered a loss, and throughout preparing for this event, they also were preparing for a funeral for a loved one. And so I appreciate those brothers' dedication and work in putting this together. My son, Bradley Gilbo, set up the auction. And of course, we always want to thank the voice, Brother George Kilpatrick, for his skills and his dedication to the fraternity. If I missed anyone, please blame it on my mind, not my heart, because I didn't intend to skip anyone. Again, thank you all. It's been a great evening. It's not quite over. Don't forget to check out the auction items. Don't forget the GoFundMe page. You can make a donation if you want to help with the scholarships, and we appreciate your support. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our chapter bossless, our chapter president, going on for several years now, a really good brother, a good friend, and it's my pleasure to introduce Tony Cherubin. Tony?
Thank you, Fred. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed this evening's presentation. Fred stole my thunder. He thanked everybody. But once again, I'm going to go out on a limb. I want to thank all the brothers that put so much time into putting together this production. I truly appreciate your time and effort. So thank you so much. I want to thank the Syracuse community for allowing us to do what we do. We're trying to make a difference, and sometimes it may not be so obvious. And what we do, we don't do for the accolades, but we are making a difference. People see it. And we thank you for allowing us to do what we do and for supporting us for 45 years. And we're looking forward to the next 45. So with that, I wish everyone a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. And George, back to you, sir.
All right, thank you, Brother Bossless. We appreciate your work and dedication and service for all of these years to the Chi Pi chapter. Well, as he said, this is our 45th anniversary of the Chi Pi chapter of serving this community. And so we wanted to give you a look at some of the ways that we have served this community this year and in years past.
Don't stop the music.
45 years of service to the Central New York community, chartered January 31st, 1976 at a warm and meaningful ceremony at the Everson Museum in Syracuse. That is the Chi Pi chapter. Okay, so as far as our visual program, this is your last call visually, although our auction will be open until 11 o'clock. This is your last call right here, right now. So if you still want to go on, take that phone out once again, take a picture of that QR code, and be on your way to shop until you drop bit high, bit off. And I do have to make one note about the wine, though. We do have to stress that that is local pickup only for the wine. And so we do encourage you to take note of that. So if you're in there trying to bid and you live somewhere else, you know, maybe we can send you a gift certificate or something. We'll see. But that is a local pickup only. But yes, we do have some great items. It'll be open until 11 o'clock. So, you know, you can go back in and sneak in. You can, that's how you get in there. And again, every dollar is going to 100% support the youth of our community who are making a difference. It's about us to lead and set examples so that our next generation can move forward. So we thank you for all of that. Again, that is your last call. All right, and with that, concludes the official part of our program, but we do invite you to turn your cameras on and mingle and hang out for a minute. Again, thank you so much. I'm Brother George Kilpatrick, 388 Chi Pi. I'm so glad to have been a part of this beautiful ceremony. Thank you all for your participation. They've all said thank you, but I tell you what, there's one more thing we gotta do. Brother Larry, Electro Cubana, are you ready? You know what we do. Let's hit it.
This is a story of famous dog. But the dog that chases its tail will be busy. These are clapping dogs, rhythmic dogs, harmonic dogs.
All right, turn your cameras on, hang out with the brothers. Music will be provided by
dancing dogs.
There you go.
Yeah, counting dogs, funky dogs. Nasty dogs. When you're out there walking the street, you may compete. Other dogs. Ain't your average. Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? The dog in me. Come be nothing but a dog, yeah.
By the way, right after this, we'll have some more music. So just hang out. Good to see Sister Charmia over there.
Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. I'm George. Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me.
I see you, Mary.
Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me.
Hey, Charmia.
Do the dog, catch it, dog, catch it. Do the dog, catch it.
Let's go out to Teleq.
Hey, thank you. Oh, yeah, turn on gallery view, folks, if you want to see everybody.
Nothing but the dog in me.
Now let's put a skig in.
And Mr. Hillis.
Coming on.
Stay in your seat, Selena. Stay in your seat.
Great program, Psi Phi.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I see you, Selena. Go ahead, AKA. Let's see what you got.
Have fun. That's the whole idea.
Yes.
That's what it's for. Very nice. This is how you doing? That's Mickey. How you doing, Don? Hey, there you go. That's the whole family in the house.
Mighty Deuce.
You're right.
There you go. Hey.
Hey, Jules.
It's on you. What's up, Stu?
How you doing, bro? Hey, Stuart.
Here you go, Doc.
For your help, brother.
Doc Thomas in the house.
You only one.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, Herb, you and Ben, y'all walk down the hill tonight, man. Don't run.